Oh my lord, okay, holy god almighty. Okay, let me just nerd out a moment. Bro, holy hell. Okay, it does feel alright, I'm gonna be honest, guys. This feels absolutely phenomenal. This really does feel unreal. Oh my lord. Hey folks, today we are reviewing the NIZ keyboard. This is the NIZ 35g RGB X87 keyboard. I'm going to give you a little bit of background information before we begin. So the price for me was around £120, and I'll first talk about, as always, the experience I had buying the product before we even get into the product. The experience from the NIZ shop itself was very good. I just picked the product I wanted and it shipped. Now, I don't know if this is the correct version. I'll talk about why I might have my doubts, but it arrived very quickly. So I joined NIZ's Discord, which is on their website, and I asked their UK rep, and their UK rep said, yeah, we don't sell the X87 RGB keyboard anymore. It doesn't exist. You're going to have to buy the $250 one if you want RGB. So I was like, oh, well, I don't want to spend that much on a keyboard. That's too much for me. And then I just thought in the middle of the night, I thought, oh, I'll check the website, and it was there. So I was like, okay, I'll order that. And it ordered and it arrived. They told me that they don't exist. So I don't know. So basically the customer service was pretty naff. Even during emails, I tried to explain what I wanted to buy. Like, I mean, I'm not being offensive, but it was just basically broken English, and they just kept emailing me saying, you want buy like $250 RGB. And I was like, I just basically had to guess. So hopefully I've guessed right because it says it's arrived. So not ideal customer service, but I'm not a native speaker, so maybe there was something lost in translation there. Okay, so that's out the way. Let's get into the product. Just before we open up this box right here, just before we open up the NIZ keyboard box, it is replacing a Cherry MX blue keyboard. The reason I'm replacing it, it's 8 years old. It's looking a bit battered. The spacebar doesn't work. There are a few keys missing. But all in all, it's been a superb keyboard. So I would give a shout out here to this keyboard, which is a Cherry MX Blue Q-Pad MK80. And I'm just sick of the clicks. So the new keyboard that we've hopefully got, the RGB one, is Electro Capacitive, which for those that don't know, think of it as, in layman's term, rather than just having a mechanical switch, it's like a mechanical switch with a rubber dome, for want of a better word, and it's less noisy, but it's still got that build quality of a mechanical keyboard, and they should be a lot less noisy compared to a Cherry MX Blue. Okay, excuse the Breaking Bad Los Palos Hermanos t-shirt, but this is my first time opening it, and it's my first time using such a light switch, and actually really hearing and using an electro capacitive keyboard. So we'll see what it's about. Okay, so let's fold you out of the way. Let's get that box there. So it's all in bubble wrap. Initial impressions seem to be that there is a cable there. It has function keys. It is an X86. The AT key and the speech mark key is in the wrong place for my language, but if that's the only difference, I'm sure we can get used to it. And it's very light. There's no real flex to it, which is good. A bunch of springs and what looks like a couple stabilizers to alter the activation force of some of the keys by 10 grams. And it does, in fact, come with its own, that's nice, a little metal key cap puller and a USB-C to USB cable, so you could probably in fact get your own custom cable if you wanted, if that's the thing. That's probably an option. The main one now. Oh my lord, okay, holy god almighty. Okay, let me just nerd out a moment. Bro, holy hell. Alright, by the way, I'm not a very good typer, so it's not like I'm going to be producing some incredible word speeds. I kind of type like this. I'm a stabber. It's quite a small keyboard. If we can get a comparison shot, it's just missing that end number pad. Okay, it does feel alright, I'm going to be honest, guys. This feels absolutely phenomenal. This really does feel unreal. Oh my lord. It feels like I've ascended to just another level. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting like here's this keyboard that feels like a mushy rubber dome. It doesn't feel like a rubber dome at all. I'm excited now. Can you hear the excitement in my voice? Oh, this is it, boys, isn't it? This is it. All right, I'm going to be honest. Holy shit. It's just like a cream white keyboard. It has these tabs at the end that you can lift up. I'm just going to press it. Yeah, okay, be brave. There's your live demonstration. Once these things are up, they take a lot of force to go back down. Don't worry about it. But basically what's happening with this keyboard is if you rest your finger on it, you can see there, it is going down slightly, and then it's going to activate. Maybe if you rest your fingers on WASD all the time, you could add your springs to WASD without sounding like a salesman. It sounds like soft rain. Hopefully the microphone picked up some audio there. If it didn't, it's probably just looks like me tapping the keys for no real reason. This, and then you just pull, and then it comes off, and then it contains it. So these are what the keys look like themselves, if you're interested. They're like a pale white key with a white accent on, and the switch, you can see that it's inside its own little mechanical housing, and it's like a rubber dome kind of vibe going on. Very nice packaging. I mean, I know it's an expensive product, but take it from me, who just bought an £800 processor that arrived in an envelope with no padding, and somehow it didn't break. Trust me, some companies really don't care about packaging. Wow. Okay, so I haven't had an RGB keyboard in my life. When I first originally purchased this one, the fact that this was a mechanical keyboard and lit up blue, like 9 years ago, was a huge thing. I know the RGB theme isn't for everybody, but I believe you can customize the look of it. There's definitely some instructions here that we can have a go through. This is like a turquoise blue. Then we have a really nice just white. That looks super slick with my setup, I'm not going to lie. It also allows you to just about see through the caps a tiny bit. So function and basically the one key is sort of that's turning it off. That's real nice. The blue, I am a fan of the blue, as you can probably tell. It's if you look at the difference of the keyboards, this is more of a, it's just of a strong blue. This has like a sort of glow effect going on. There's a lot of instructions here that are in Chinese. I'm probably going to have to find a manual or cover it a little better. But it's saying that function and LM should change the light mode, and function and LC should do something, which are these two keys. So when I check now, when I press the LC button, now it is indeed working. Maybe that triggered something, and that is the light effect color. So here, you've obviously got multiple modes going on. This is like your rainbow, and looks like there's between changing the light mode and the light color. There looks like there's a staggering amount of options here that are available to the user. So there is a lot going on right now. But the lighting definitely works, which is fantastic news, and it looks good as well. So this, I guess, was your first look at the NIZ 87 Electro Capacitive keyboard. I'm just wondering... Oh, it does just instantly work. So even though I've got two keyboards plugged into my computer, instantly work. Okay, so the lights are dimmed, so you can see the full effect of the RGB. But I've got to say, and I'm not just saying this because I didn't have the best customer experience, the product itself feels really good. And I can just tell, you know, when you get a product and you're like everyone's been going on about mechanical switches and different types of switch. Electro capacitive, it feels different, bro. It hits different, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I feel like going and get my parents and my friends and been like, compare the two keyboards and write on them. Night and day. Holy hell. Enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I know this wasn't the most professional video. I don't have all the camera angles like all the other fancy keyboard people, but I do have honesty. And initial impressions are this keyboard is pretty fire.